Our band of misfits and outsiders. All right, let's bring them out because we love some exclusive footage, but it would be much nicer to get some exclusive info. So let's get some out of here. First, we've got executive producer Mark Guggenheim. Miss Tala Ash. All right. Dominic Purcell. Nick Zano. Oh. Captain, oh Captain, Katie Lotz. Mr. Brandon Routh. Maisie Richardson Sellers. Mr. Victor Garber. Franz Drama. And executive producer Phil Clemmer. All right. Look at you guys. Congratulations, you guys. You survived your second season.
Thank you.
Yet you broke time. Yeah. Well, leave it to you guys. Mark, Phil, how do you go about fixing time?
Phil, you know how to do it.
I don't know. How do you fix time?
One episode at a time.
Yeah.
One episode at a time. But we're gonna open with a direct pickup from the end of season 2, and we're not gonna fix time immediately, but we will deal with the issue of dinosaurs in Los Angeles.
Okay, that was something I wanted to ask. We saw dinosaurs in Los Angeles, Big Ben in the skyline. We clearly have saber-toothed tigers. How are we going to see just how messed up things got across the globe?
Well, I mean, fortunately, we have the Time Bureau now, as we alluded to in the little sizzle reel. This season is really, last season the Legends were the only game in town. They were the only people who could do what they do. Now they're sort of competing with the best and the brightest. Rip Hunter has sort of reconstituted sort of new version of what the Time Masters were. And, the existential question for our guys is where do they fit into this new universe? Because clearly, we're not the best and brightest.
What? No.
Most attractive, though.
Most attractive.
And you've got the challenge of them repairing the damage that they've done, but it can't be Legends without a villain. And what can you tell us about what sort of villainy we have coming forth?
Well, I mean, last year we loved having our a collection of bad guys, and so we just want to keep leaning into that idea and drawing from familiar faces from the various DC shows. We'd like to have perhaps be some non-human villains. I don't know. What else could we tease?
Well, you saw in the teaser trailer that we're bringing Kawasa from the Vixen CW Seed series onto the show as a villain. And yeah, we're really excited about that. And obviously, we're really looking forward to the inevitable confrontation between Maisie's character and her great-granddaughter. And then we also have another villain we can announce. Phil, you want to do it? You take the honors?
Wait, I forgot.
Okay, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Just don't tell them, okay?
Whisper it.
Okay, I'm gonna whisper it.
Okay.
Neil McDonough.
Oh, right. Yes. Of course.
As Damien Dark.
Last time we saw him, he was in Miami, 1987, wearing loafers without socks.
Yes.
So, yes, we'll be meeting a new version of Damien Dark, a little less silly, a little more formidable.
Yeah, and he is so pissed off about those loafers.
Yeah.
God damn. He is out for blood. And he's coming for Sarah, who's like, oh, don't put me in loafers ever again.
He's coming for me?
Bring it.
Well, in an aggressive way.
All right, so we've got Damien Dark coming back. What else who else is coming back?
Oh, there is another gentleman who's returning, not as a member of our cabal of evil.
Right. We obviously Captain Cold has you know, Mick Rory needs his pal, but unfortunately, he's not going to get the version of his pal that he remembers.
So yeah, it's going to be we were obviously really excited to bring Wentworth back on the show for a few episodes. You know, but at the same time, we wanted to bring back a different iteration of Mr. Snart. And as we always say, chaos and merriment will ensue.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we loved having Arthur get to play, you know, a befuddled film student and an evil Revolutionary War general. So whenever things get too boring, we can always have somebody come back in a completely different way, which is the great thing about our show.
Well, he's also coming back to a different Mick, because by the end of the season, he had developed a bit of a heroic side. Dom, how was that?
That was what?
How is getting Mick to grow up a little bit and become a little bit more responsible?
Dunno. Look, it's just a process of Mick being surrounded by people at his team and the ship that he's starting to realize that they really love him. And it's, as I was saying before, it's his first real family. And, you know, he's starting to evolve and, you know, he's becoming I mean, he's got more bad than good, which is good. But he's slowly evolving from the caveman kind of area.
Nick and Maisie, you guys came aboard early last season, and let's give them a round of applause for fitting in so perfectly. Such great additions. How was it joining a cast that had already gotten their sea legs on the Wave Rider?
It was easy only because everyone was really welcoming and kind, and everyone like embraced us. But it was interesting because like we're all very different people, and we were talking about this with Katie the other day. We're all different points of our lives, but thanks, I love you too. And but we all have this really great coexistence, and it's awesome. And they could not have been more welcoming of me. And
yeah,
I baked him a pie.
yeah, thanks.
the fact that we got to split up a lot last season was also great because we
Yeah.
really saw the dynamics of the individual couples, which is kind of how our whole relationship.
Yeah, it was like blind dating with
Literally,
your
every
characters.
time, every episode, we went off with different pairs.
Yeah, I was up with Katie, and I was like, oh, this is a date with Katie, I think. And then like, oh, I'm on a date with Brandon, which, by the way, worked out well. And then we all dated till we found our relationships.
All right. Should we be shipping Nate and Amaya?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
do I
it's a
say no to
positive
that?
relationship for both of them, but it's slightly troubled, especially because Amaya's got her past that she knows she has to go back to at some point. So I think she's going to have to really come to terms with, does she stay or does she go? And that's a big thing that she starts with at the beginning of next season.
Okay. And also, I want to congratulate Maisie. You have been, much like Brandon, been immortalized as a Lego superhero minifigure. Being given out exclusively at the Lego booth here at Comic-Con. So we got you one.
Thank
Pass that
you.
down. Congratulations.
I'm not passing this down.
Yeah,
I'm taking
I bet you can get one.
You'd be surprised. Actually, last year it was Brandon who hooked me up. I could not get one. I needed Brandon to get me one.
All right, let's talk about Brandon. Brandon, poor Ray, this guy cannot get a win. He's always the one that gets dumped on. He tries to reach out to Sarah. She shuts him down. He's got Kendra. They get engaged. She flies off with Hawkman. His suit gets blown up. Is this guy ready to is this guy ready to kind of change things up?
Yeah, writers.
Yeah, I was thinking as you were going through them, like, thanks.
I think I brought
Really?
that up. I brought that up at the end of season 1, and season 2 happened, and I just decided not to say anything in season 3 because I've just accepted it. But I guess it's kind of that the nice guy finished last in a way, which I don't believe is true, by the way. But we exemplify that a little bit in the show. But I think the thing about Ray is last doesn't have to be last unless you view it as last. So, Ray kind of, I think, always tries to find the positive and the learning experience out of everything, and that's what you have to do in life because you're not always going to win. So you got to get good at not winning and figure out how to be okay with that.
Right.
So Ray's just well practiced at that.
Yeah.
Good job.
Aw.
Great answer.
Thanks.
Great answer.
Great answer. Well
That's
done.
how you
Well
answer
done.
the question.
Spin it into gold.
And now Katie, the captain, taking over, taking names. How fun is it to be sitting in the chair?
Aw, I love you too. It feels good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels good. I like telling people what to do.
And Sarah has evolved so much as well. And you had some gorgeous stuff at the end of the season, especially with Katie Cassidy, where I feel like Sarah really stepped into her power. Going forward, have you guys realized like Sarah is now a formidable leader?
Have you guys?
Yeah.
Do you know my leadership skills?
I feel like Ray took her for real in season 2. I mean, he was on board.
Yeah, totally.
You know, they might not sound that enthusiastic, but they do. No, it's been good so far.
I think it's a great dynamic having a lady in charge of 4 cavemen or 5 cavemen. So I think it really works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For more, just click to the left to watch part 2 of the Legends of Tomorrow panel, or click to the right to watch part 3.